The aim of the project is so children don't have to sit still as much as they do. I thought if I would make it really pretty and cool, other kids would like to wear the helmet and not fuss about it.
Hello, my name is Gareth Barnes. I'm based at the Department of Imaging Neuroscience at UCL, and we're developing a new kind of brain scanner that you can actually wear. The scanning technique that we use is called magnetoencephalography, or MEG, and it works by measuring the tiny magnetic fields produced by your brain as you're thinking. These scans can be really helpful in the diagnosis and surgical planning for people with conditions like epilepsy, because they can be used to pinpoint the areas of the brain causing the epileptic seizures.
OPM MEG is a hugely exciting development, particularly for children and young people with epilepsy, because for the first time they are going to be able to easily access this hugely powerful diagnostic technology. The current scanners require the youngsters to remain still and/or even be sedated. With this new equipment and room, they can play, move around, or even watch a movie whilst they have their scan. It really is a game changer. Not only is it more user-friendly and less intimidating for the youngsters, it provides a far greater clarity of image, and it's also cheaper to run. This new technology will enable clinicians to better plan the patient journey and their treatment plans up to and including surgery, which could have a huge beneficial and positive impact on their health and well-being. At Young Epilepsy, we've built a new room specifically for this technology, and we're so excited it's ready to use so that we can improve the outcomes for these young people and their families.
Because this new scanning technology is still being developed, we had an exciting opportunity to shape it in a way that will really meet the needs of young people who will be scanned. That's why we launched this research engagement project, to feed directly into the research development. We've been working alongside a brilliant team of people, including our research team at UCL, Young Epilepsy, a creative facilitator, a designer, and most importantly, young people with epilepsy and their parents and guardians. Together, we've been co-designing ideas about the helmet to wear and the activities to do during the scan, as well as resources that can explain and prepare young people and their families for the new scanning process. We want to make it as easy and fun as possible to have this new scan, and the input that we've been able to get from the young people and their parents in this project has been really key to making this happen.
We focused on working with 5 to 8-year-olds with epilepsy because this age group can be particularly challenging to scan, so there was a lot of opportunity to improve the scanning experience for them. We consulted with experts, including play specialists, parents and teachers who had first-hand experience working with young people with epilepsy. Doing so ensured we could deliver an inclusive and engaging experience for everyone involved. We then worked closely with a creative facilitator, Heffin Jones, and a designer, Mark Lim, to create engaging workshops and resources. These would allow us to capture the voices of young people and their parents and answer our questions about the future of the technology.
We wanted to create bespoke challenges and resources that would support the young people and their parents and guardians to be able to input into the research. So we structured our engagement into 3 clear stages: make, change and share, each with an associated workshop and some takeaway tasks for the young people to do in their own time. We created tools to facilitate these workshops, including a booklet for the young people, a booklet for the parents and guardians, a project website, and short films explaining the project and introducing our team.
As the workshops had to be online, I worked with the team to produce engaging creative boxes, which we posted out to each of the young people. We wanted to create something that was simple, fun, bespoke, and easy to recycle that would help facilitate their engagement within the workshops. By laser cutting cardboard with a special pattern, we were able to make it flexible enough to act like a fabric. We used this concept to allow the young people to transform their box into a replica helmet of their own, which they could modify and adapt however they wanted. We also created a flexible boundary using cardboard tubes, which they could set up to figure out what activities they would like to do within the scanning space.
In the workshop sessions, we wanted to make sure that all of the young people involved had a chance to contribute and share their voices. Consequently, we tried to design the online sessions in such a way that everybody felt comfortable sharing their ideas. We did this by having icebreakers, giving everyone a chance to speak and building in lots of different ways to capture feedback, so that people could input in the best way for them. As a result, the young people were able to tell us loads of useful information about the helmets and the activities that they would be happy to do.
In the helmet workshops, we set challenges that explored the texture, coverage, look and weight of the helmet to find out what the young people liked, didn't like and what was important to them.
Yeah, I think the craft element was really key to this, because certainly for Annie, she loves craft, she loves colouring, she loves anything creative. So I think that element of it was really important to motivate Annie and to make her excited about it and want to take part.
I liked putting the glitter and putting all different kinds of colours in it. It was really fun. I thought it would be nice to put like a little message, reach for the stars, because it's very positive and other kids that have epilepsy can reach for the stars, because they're not the only ones in the world that have epilepsy, and they should never think that they're alone.
In the task workshops, we used different challenges to find out what young people would be happy to do within the space and what we might need to think about to make sure the young people feel comfortable and engaged.
So, in the fun part, I was doing Play-Doh and drawing, which I drew a sunflower and I made a person out of the Play-Doh. And then relaxation, I was reading a book on a beanbag.
It was something fun that I could do with Isla. She enjoyed it as well, you know, just having that time together where we were sort of looking into different things. And she really enjoyed the Zoom calls, so even from the very first Zoom call, I think the first one was done just with myself, and then we introduced Isla. And she really enjoyed it as well, because she got to meet different people and she's quite chatty and outgoing, so that was fun for her, and she really enjoyed listening to other people's ideas as well.
We also ran focus groups with parents and guardians to find out what information would be most helpful to prepare them and their young people for the scan. We also captured feedback from more parents, guardians and young people who hadn't been involved in the workshops to explore this further.
We're very grateful to the young people and their parents who took part in this project. We were able to learn so much from them. And now we have clear directions, both in terms of how we develop the scanning helmets themselves, but also how to make the whole experience of being scanned just much more fun and accessible for these young people and their families.
We learnt that young people love being creative and responded well to the helmets that they have been able to customise and build familiarity with. We now need to think about ways to enable the young people to customise the real scanning helmets before they go in for a scan. We also learned that comfort was really important to young people, but what made it comfortable was different for everyone. So we need to think about ways to make the helmet adaptable and flexible to suit different needs.
Throughout the workshops, the young people told us having a choice in what activities they could do in the scanning space was really important, as well as having a few different activities to move between. With that in mind, we can now think about ways to make sure parents and young people know which activities they're able to bring into the room, communicate really clearly about what will happen next, and give them a choice over what they would like to do whilst being scanned.
Something that became very clear throughout the process was how much input the young people were able to have into the project and the research. We learnt so much, and as a result, we've been able to develop meaningful and engaging ways to include more young people in research design going forward.
Everyone at Young Epilepsy is absolutely delighted with the outcome of this work and the insights that the young people and the families who participated in this workshop have provided. As a result of their enthusiastic engagement, we now have a far greater confidence in how we can develop this technology, not only to best meet the needs of clinicians, but most importantly for the young people themselves. Having had this vital feedback has helped us immensely, and we're hugely grateful to everyone that took part. Thank you. You know, we hope that even if Annie doesn't need to access these sorts of technologies in the future, other children certainly will.
And I think it's really important that we keep advancing the treatments and the technologies for children and adults with epilepsy. So for us, the reason for doing the project was the reward, really, whether we need it or not, just to know that it's benefiting someone in the future.
I really enjoyed it because I met other people like me. I wasn't the only one.